Hello, my loves. I'm Sarah Luhu, and I know that I've been gone for a while, but I am back and it feels so good to be back. Today, we're gonna do a hairstyle tutorial on my longer hair, probably longer than any of you have seen it, and darker. So I have, since the last time you all saw me, I have cut and grown out and cut and grown out my hair several times, from a bob to a pixie. I just like to, experience all the things. So currently right now we have a nice short bob that is, I would say, chin length, maybe even a little bit shorter than the chin length, and this awesome like Cinnabon color for fall, which is why we're gonna do this awesome fall hairstyle today that shows off good dimensional rich colors. So if you recently got your hair colored for fall, this style is for you. Yeah, without further ado, let's kick it off. All right, without further ado, let's kick it into our first product that we're going to be using. I'm going to be using Bumble and Bumble's Thickening Go Big Plumping Treatment. This is fabulous if you have fine hair like I do. I have a lot of it, but my hair is like really fine. So if I don't put anything that gives me some kind of oomph as I leave in, my hair just kind of falls flat within an hour. Flat and frizzy somehow. Not sure how I get that whole, lovely little combo, but I do. So this one's great. We're just gonna spray it and it's gonna help protect the hair from heat while styling. I really like to concentrate it at the root, which is kind of different for a leave-in treatment because normally you're focusing more on the mid-shaft to the end, but with this, I wanna make sure I'm getting volume at the root and at the crown of my head especially. The second product I'm gonna put in is a Chiffon, which is R+Co's styling mousse. This is the name Chiffon, right? They have a lot of styling mousse, but this one's nice and lightweight. It gives you hold, but it's still nice and airy like Chiffon is. This is kind of a secret weapon of mine to extend a blowout by drying a mousse into my hair when I first wash it, because that's gonna give us that extra hold and keep that hair off of our scalp, which will keep it less oily for longer. And for this, we're just gonna use like a golf ball / small tennis ball size amount. It's really lightweight, so it's not one of those products that like you can easily put too much, which is one of the reasons why I love it so much. So applying it around the hairline and at the crown of my head and kind of the nape of my neck where my curls tend to kind of take on a mind of their own after day 2. By the way, this is the travel size version of R+Co's Chiffon styling mousse. Didn't want you all to think that like this was it. It actually comes in a much larger size. I just like the travel sizes because I can bring them anywhere. And this is the Start Your Engines portion of the tutorial. We're just gonna give ourselves a nice rough dry. The only thing different about this drying is that our style is going to be flipped this way. So in order to dry it and get the most volume at the crown of my head, I'm actually going to dry the hair on the top of my head in the opposite direction so that when we flip it, we get the most oomph, the most volume, all that good stuff. And also a little fun trick of the trade. If you have a short bob like me, the nape of the neck can tend to flip out, flip in, or flip one way or the other. If you want it to dry straight, dry it in one direction and then the exact opposite direction. You want to kind of dry it in a zigzag pattern almost so that it dries straight, if that makes sense. You can also use that for bangs if you have bangs that come straight down. All right, our bottom layer is nice and dry. I'm gonna let down the top now, and we are going to blow dry the back towards the back, but pretty much everything else is coming this way. So now that the hair is nice and dry, I'm gonna come on in and plug in my curling iron so that we can get to finishing. All right, lovelies, this is my BioIonic curler. It is a 1-inch barrel, okay? Like I said, if you're more comfortable curling with a flat iron or a bigger curler or a smaller curler, that's totally up to you. This is just what I like to use to kind of give that soft wave with those nice like bulky ends. So I'm gonna come in and start just pulling a couple pieces throughout here, we're gonna take vertical sections, okay? They don't have to be perfect. Again, this is a style that should look lived in. So I'm gonna come in here, the first curl that's closest to my face, I am going to curl away and kind of drag the curler down through it, okay? In this next curl, I think I'm gonna do the same and curl it away from the face. So you come in, take that barrel, turn it away from the face and drag it down through it. Okay, that's gonna give you a nice elongated wave instead of something that's kind of curled up instead of, and it's just gonna take away length from your bob, right? That's not what we want. We want to keep our bob looking nice and lengthy, just big and fun. So that's kind of the purpose of this style. And I'm gonna curl this one towards my face. Taking that barrel towards me and then dragging it down through. I'm going to start actually taking the top layer of my hair, basically what just sits on top, and I'm gonna pin it up so that it is out of our way so that we can style the rest of the head. I'm focusing on putting a nice little wave closer to the root rather than curling it all the way through the ends. These curls will pretty much be tucked behind the ears, so I'm not even really worried about them. It's more of just putting some heat on them to finish them and seal the cuticle and make the hair shiny and less frizzy than anything. All right, let's move to the top layer now. I'm going to do the back first. Pull it down through, just to give you an idea of the way that the curl looks. See how the end is pretty straight? It doesn't kind of curl all the way around. That's the look we're going for. I'm taking pretty big sections because I'm taking them vertically instead of going across horizontally. And they're nice and skinny this way, but longer this way. Nice elongated wave. I especially want to make sure I'm dragging the curler through the entire hair strand once I'm getting closer to my face, because that's what's going to make those pieces nice and shiny and hold for longer amounts of time. I tend to take thicker sections when it comes to my bangs because number one, this hair is super fragile because it gets styled more often, and also because if you style, these pieces are shorter. If I style those in smaller sections, it's just gonna look a little too piecey. So I take a larger section here and we will curl this away from the face. All right, here are all of our curls that we put in, the ones in the back and our ones in the front, okay? Now before I kind of finger comb through everything, I wanna take our next product, which is going to be Virtue's 6-in-1 Style Guard Hairspray. It creates hold, it protects the hair, it protects from frizz. It's fabulous and it's super lightweight. So I'm just gonna take this, shake it up, and give it a couple spritzes. Even though this is a flexible hairspray, it has incredible hold. So if you need if your hair doesn't stay in place very well, but you don't like the feeling of flaky hairsprays or ones that are so dry and crusty, kind of crunchy, this is a great option for you. Now that that's in and is dried, I'm just gonna kind of come in here, rough things up. And this side's going to get tucked. Awesome way to style cinnamon spice hair or any hair that has a lot of dimension in it, because when you wear your hair straight, when it has dimensional color in it, it just doesn't do it justice. That's why I love putting in either soft waves with a round brush when I'm blow drying, or throwing in waves like this, or wearing my hair naturally curly is always a fun way too. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. I'm so glad to be back. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that like button and I'll see you next time. Mwah.